All right, we are beginning day 2. I am going to be doing well, in the picture it looks purple, but it is a blue thread. It kind of goes under, or actually above some of these. So I'm going to do that. Um, because it goes all with all of these, I think I'm going to maybe start in the middle, go around, and then this way? I don't know. We'll see. I just watched the last episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and I love the ending, of course. Those two have been my favorite since the beginning. And, because of that, I didn't really enjoy the seasons without Harvey. I really didn't like the last season, pretty much at all until that last episode, because Aunt Zelda and Aunt Hilda weren't there. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know why Aunt Zelda wasn't there at the end. Obviously, there were some issues with getting the actress. They didn't even have her voice. But at least Aunt Hilda was there. I loved those two. Um, I was kind of sad as it went on, Salem. He was still there, but he didn't play as big of a part. And everyone treated him like crap. I know we tried to take over the world and all, but he was definitely my favorite character. So anytime they were constantly getting mad at him, I was like, oh, poor Salem. like you know I mean, I know he probably deserved most of it, but still really liked him. um I'm happy that I have seen all of it now. I don't think I'm ever going to watch it again, though. Like, I have watched Angel and Buffy and Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, and the original several times for each of them. But I don't think I'm ever going to watch this one again. I know I'm going to watch all the ones I just listed again someday, but not this one. I don't know. They repeated so many of the storylines. Like they had the pop star group in the early seasons, and then they just had it in season 6, I think. And it was like, oh look, they're doing the exact same thing. The exact same stuff is happening. So it was like they were just rehashing all the old stuff, and it wasn't that exciting. Meh. Meh. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna start watching next. I might continue watching X-Files because I stopped watching it when I realized all those other movies were gonna expire soon, as well as Doctor Who. So I was like, aha, need to get into Doctor Who. Then I saw Sabrina, and I was like, oh my god, like I grew up with this. Ah!
Oh, I forgot to say, I've had a lot of people uh say that it looks like maybe it's white gold or uh it's silver with like hints of gold, and it's just I don't know, even on the linked images, like to the actual DMC threads where you can buy them, it still is hard for me to tell if it's silver or gold. Like I don't know. It looks more silver than gold. but like every once in a while I can see some, like yellowish undertones. So I don't know. I'm still up for suggestions. I don't think he'd look bad with silver or gold, but I will say after blue, silver is my favorite color. These next two purples I'm going to be doing, I'm going to try and work them at the same time, kind of like I did with the border, because they're right next to each other in almost every instance. So hopefully it'll just help me measure it all out better. Sorry, this is supposed to be up one more, or the purple are supposed to be down one more. I'm not sure what it is exactly yet. Um, so yeah, these all need to be moved up one. I'm going to finish off this purple first, and then I'll go back to that. Do you guys see the frowny face here? The eyes and the mouth. He's, got a bowl-shaped head, and he has like one floppy ear and one fish-shaped one. Oh, poor guy. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, you missed that. I just did a little bit. I think I'm gonna go back to the lighter purple next. Why is that tail so poofed up? Why is it so poofed up? Huh? Why is that tail poofy? Did you get your mousey? Where's your mousey, huh? Oh, it's down here by my feet. I'm sorry. Huh? Lizzie's got your mousey. You just knocked my highlighters over. Punk.
My fellow Americans, nearly 5 months since we were attacked at Pearl Harbor. For the 2 years prior to that attack, this country had been gearing itself up to a high level of production of munitions. And yet our war efforts had done little to dislocate the normal lives of most of us. Since then, we have dispatched strong forces of our Army and Navy, several 100,000 of them, to bases and battlefronts thousands of miles from home. We have stepped up our war production on a scale that is testing our industrial power, our engineering genius, and our economic structure to the utmost. We have had no illusions about the fact that this is a tough job and a long one. American warships are now in combat in the North and South Atlantic, in the Arctic, in the Mediterranean, in the Indian Ocean, and in the North and South Pacific. American troops have taken stations in South America, Greenland, Iceland, the British Isles, the Near East, the Middle East, and the Far East, the continent of Australia, and many islands of the Pacific. American war planes manned by Americans are flying in actual combat over all the continents and all the oceans. On the European front, the most important development of the past year has been, without question, the crushing counteroffensive on the part of the great armies of Russia against the powerful German army.
laptop kind of restarted, as it likes to do. All I did was this green on his face, so he didn't miss much. It was only like maybe 5 minutes. Irritating either way, though.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
I don't know how many of you guys have seen the movie Hugo. This is my first time watching it, but this picture right here with the eye and the moon, I have seen the film that this was in. I had to watch it for my film class. And it was old, black and white. It was a silent film. And all of the backgrounds were painted, and it was absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. Like, I couldn't paint to save my life, but I absolutely love other people's paintings. And those ones were just mind blowing. It was amazing. Oh man. Ooh. I made this dark one 1-2 over. So I think I'm actually gonna fix that now. Ooh. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a night after that. Finished off quite a few colors, actually. Alright, it looks like I got 5 hours and 45 minutes of footage. Yay! I finished, gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish colors, I think? There were 3 purples, 3 greens, the white, and did I do the yellow on the day one or this one? I'm not sure now, so at least 7, possibly 8. He's starting to look really cool. It's really funny to just look at what I've done so far and try and imagine how he's shaped, because it looks so weird. It's very clear to see that what his tail is and what his face is, but the rest are just like wibbly wobbly. Not timey-wimey, but like dragony, I don't know. Slimy-wimey.
You know, he could totally be slimy because he's a dragon of the sea. Hmm. I almost said but like honestly sometimes it just helps me think because yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. I watched a bunch of movies today. The first two I watched were some freaking heavy hitters. I watched Philadelphia, which stars Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. Tom Hanks' character is fired essentially because he has AIDS. So that movie is just a trip. Oh my goodness. Like I was very satisfied with the ending, but at the same time like I was so heartbroken. But that one like that was a great movie. Uh the first movie I thought of once I finished was Green Mile, and it also stars Tom Hanks, but it was because like the whole movie you are rooting for this character and it doesn't matter how hard you try, you lose them. So, yeah. And then, Tom Hanks. The second movie I watched was The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which is about the Holocaust, and that is a subject for me that I can't handle jokes about the Holocaust. Like if that says anything about me. I know other people will be like, "Oh, political correctness, blah blah blah." I visited a concentration camp when my family was living in Germany when I was in gosh, third grade, and I didn't fully understand like why in one of the rooms there were just piles and piles and piles of shoes. I didn't understand all of it. But when we were walking around, I was super depressed. Like I could just feel it in the air that like something was wrong. And no matter how beautiful the place was, they had flowers everywhere. That feeling, I've been to a lot of graveyards and cemeteries and all that. I don't walk into those places and feel inherently sad the way I did at that concentration camp. So I can't handle Holocaust jokes. So if you make one, it's going to be deleted and you're most likely going to be banned. I don't think that's funny at all. I think it's extremely offensive because people were gassed. Like, sons had to burn their fathers alive by putting them into an oven. Like, that isn't funny. Okay, I'm sorry. That is not funny on any level. It's not. So those two were just like, oh my god, oh my god. So after that, what did I watch right after that? It wasn't Hugo yet. I watched another movie before I watched Hugo. What was it? I don't remember. I have to check now because I want to know. Oh, it's not going to show? Oh, that sucks. I don't remember. Okay, well, I also watched Hugo, which was super cute. I really liked that movie. It was crazy. I had heard that the film was really cute, but nobody had told me that it had so many of these old films in it because I saw those in my film class recently. So I was like, oh my gosh, The Eye and the Moon. Oh my god, I know what that's from. So that was really exciting. And now I'm watching Flawless with Demi Moore. I love her. Well, I loved her in Ghost and any movie Patrick Swayze is in. I just love because I love Patrick Swayze. He is the one actor that when I found out he died, I actually cried. Like I didn't anybody else. I'm just like, oh, that sucks. I cried for him because I've had a huge crush on him my entire life. Like, and I love his movies, everything. Like I loved his work. So I was like, I'm never gonna get another Patrick Swayze movie. Like you couldn't really see my heart when I did that. There we go. I watched another movie. What other movie did I watch? Because after watching those two, I was just like, I need something that is cute and not going to make me cry. What did I watch? Tessa, what other movie did I watch? I don't remember.
Fly Away Home. It was Anna Paquin and Baby Geese, and she was teaching them to fly south because they'd lost their mommy. I remembered. I should have remembered because I can't remember exactly which movie it's on, but on one of my VHS tapes. It might have been one of my Sailor Moon ones. Like, I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Now I want to check though. It had a preview for it, and all my life I've always thought it looked really cute, and back then I had no idea who Anna Paquin was. And now I love her. She's a great actress. And she was so cute in that movie. She was so small and young. Oh! Pearl, you always brush up against that, and you always knock it over because you're heavier than it. That was my hair, not yours. So, yeah. Out of all of them, ooh, I don't think I can pick a favorite. Like, Hugo made me the happiest. Philadelphia it broke me, and then The Boy in the Striped Pajamas broke me even more. Like, I'm not saying, like, one was worse than the other. I'm saying, like, I watched Philadelphia first, it broke me, and then I was broken even further by watching The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. And, you can tell I don't mind spoilers. I already knew how both of those movies ended. And it still was, like, so heartbreaking. Like, I remember reading some comments for The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and one person was like, I was happy with the ending when that man lost his son because of all the stuff he'd done. And I was like, what? No, you're not supposed to be like, yes, kill the boy. That's not, no, that is not a good train of thought. Like, you don't bring children into anything. Like, when a celebrity's kids are sought after by the media, that really upsets me. Like, just because their parents made a decision doesn't mean they should be punished for it. It's not okay to go after kids. And I know it was just a movie. I mean, it was based off of, a real event that did happen. But, you don't go after kids, man. Like, all I could hope by the end was, hey, maybe he'll learn from this and maybe he'll try and stop it. And it can be in an alternate dimension from ours where it ended sooner. Yay. Hey, Pearl. She give me kisses. She agrees. She wants it to have ended sooner. Like, I think River Song was right when she said, let's kill Hitler. Okay? Actually, I guess she was, Mel's at that point or something? I still haven't watched the new Doctor Who yet. I want to try and watch that when I'm not cross-stitching, just because, I really want to get into it. From the previews that I've seen and his extremely short cameo in the 50th anniversary movie, I really like the new Doctor. Like, he looks really cool. My biggest problem is I don't like Clara. And then everywhere I look, everyone is saying that it's more about Clara than the Doctor, and I don't want that. Like, it's called Doctor Who. It should be about the Doctor, not the companion. So that's another reason why I'm kind of putting it off, because, I'm not looking forward to her. Capaldi? Is that his name? Peter Capaldi? Something like that. I'm not sure. I watched, Teens React to the 50th anniversary for Doctor Who a little while ago, a couple days ago, rather. And there were a bunch of girls that were so disappointed that they weren't getting a hot, young doctor next. And there was one girl that was saying, if you're only watching it to have a good-looking doctor, you're not a true fan. And I completely agree with that. So long as he is a good actor and he's, amusing in some capacity, I'm gonna love it. I don't care if he's a good-looking guy. I really don't care.
Like, David Tennant is probably the one I've been the most attracted to, and he is my number one, but it's not because he's physically attractive. Like, no. If this gives you any perspective about how I am when watching movies, I hated Magic Mike. I hated that movie. Hated it. I hated it so much. And there were some very sexy stripping men in that movie. Okay? I hated it. It is not enough for me to put good looking guys in a movie. If anyone is curious why I didn't like it, it's mainly because I have a younger brother who, means the world to me. And if he were dragged into that lifestyle, I would just. But, it's just because it ruined his life in the movie. It was deteriorating everything. So I just. And then the sibling relationship between the two was pretty much gone. So I. Ugh. Ugh. I hated that movie so much. So yeah, watched a bunch of good movies while I cross-stitched. It was nice. I watched one episode of The X-Files, and I don't know, there are a ton of seasons, and all the episodes are like 45-ish minutes long. It's just gonna take forever to get through it all. And as I was going through the TV shows, I saw Flashpoint, and I really, really want to watch that show. And it has Amy Jo Johnson, the original Pink Power Ranger, and I loved Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I'd love. I saw a couple episodes when I was, not last summer, but the summer before that, when I was visiting my parents, and I really enjoyed them. So I'd love to watch all of them in order because they're all on Amazon Prime. But yeah, I finished Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and it was really disappointing not having Aunt Hilda and Aunt Zelda around in the last few seasons, and then very little of Harvey, and then all the torturing of Salem. Yeah, I'm happy I watched it all, don't get me wrong. It's just, the last few seasons were honestly not as good as the first ones. Like, what is it, the college years? And then the first 4 seasons when she's in high school, I really liked those. They rehashed so many storylines. I was just like, okay, I've essentially already seen this episode. What are you guys doing? Really? But yeah, I've been rambling for a while. I should go edit this so I can hopefully get it up eventually. Might have to wait until I'm on campus on Tuesday, though, so. Yeah, I will see you guys later.